Round 1. JDun versus the obstacles of life. Fight!
Time right. It's almost time, baby. You ready?
I'm so ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Now, make sure y'all hitting the thumbs up. Make sure y'all comment and let us know where y'all tuning in from. The show Get 'em to the Metaverse is about to start. Are y'all ready?
Yes.
Come on, make some noise. Put some fire emojis in the comment section. It's about to be insane. It's about to be insane. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Yeah. It's called Get 'em to the Metaverse. You gotta get 'em to the Metaverse. That's Joy. That's
Hey,
Joy.
y'all.
Over
Hey,
there.
y'all.
It's me.
JDun.
It's me right here.
Hey.
It's called Get 'em to the Metaverse. You gotta get 'em to the Metaverse. Let's go.
Woo!
Hold up. Hey, hold up. Hey, you catch the vibe. How you feeling, JoyReign?
Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Get 'em to the Metaverse. I am so excited to be here with you all, and I know JDun is too. We are in for a treat today, a big recap. But first, before we get into all of that, how are you feeling today, JDun?
I'm feeling real good.
Okay.
I'm feeling real good because we recapping Meta Connect today, and we talking about the Quest 3 we about to play. Oh yeah. All right, y'all. Listen, man. Y'all already know. Get 'em to the Metaverse is the absolute littiest and excited Metaverse podcast around, because here at Get 'em to the Metaverse, our mission is to help them to make the extraordinary Metaverse an ordinary part of life with the luscious, the incredible, and amazing JoyReign.
Thank
and
you.
your boy JDun.
The handsome JDun.
Yeah, boy. And we gonna vibe out today. We got El Michelle in the building. We appreciate you, fam, for tuning in. She say, let's go. She say, the vibes, yeah, the vibes. Listen, Joy, it's been one heck of September, and now we're into October. And it's absolutely been nutty. So, first of all, where is your mind at? Where your mind at, Joy?
Well, I'm just trying to comprehend everything that we've experienced, all the people that we've met, just everything is just mind blowing, and just trying to, comprehend everything and just take it all in. I mean, what about you?
Listen, I'm just in the vibe mode right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just been one heck of a month. And you know what? Let's do this. Let's just go ahead and get into this week's breaking news, because
All right.
it's so much to talk about, right? All right.
Yes.
So first off, because we got a lot to do today, y'all, we want to talk about a new podcast, not a new podcast, a new social VR application coming out. Look, there ain't no other podcast y'all need to listen to.
What?
Ain't no look. I'm gonna be announcing.
something to the
I'm gonna be
docket?
announcing a new podcast. It's called Get 'em to the Metaverse 2.0 coming soon. All right. But Resonate is an absolute cool new social VR application coming from the makers of a known app called Neos. Now I want to give a little bit of backstory. So Neos is one of those social VR applications, very similar to VR chat.
Okay.
A little bit more to VR chat than any other app, because it's kind of more for the adult side of things. And we had a great tour guide in Neos. So Neos,
Yeah.
we had Skiva and Tribe Grey Wolf took us in, and we were
Shout
able
out.
to see
And Mrs.
Neos.
Grey Wolf.
And Mrs. Grave, exactly. The whole tribe.
Yes.
So we got in there and we had a really, really good time. And unfortunately, though, there were some cryptocurrency things that one of the original owners of the actual application kind of wanted to do, and the other co-owner did not really resonate with those things, kind of pun intended, resonate. So they went and created their own via Patreon money. Supporters like Skiva, who was a big supporter of this, they went out and made their own social VR application called Resonate, and I believe it'll be launching very soon, if not today, in a Steam early access. So really excited about new social VR platforms.
Absolutely. It's like, if you're not satisfied with where things are going, then, if you have the means to do so, go and create your own and see how that works out for you. And I wish them all the best. And we definitely going to have to check that out and see how, what's popping over there.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, we talk about all the time. Our particular platform we love, absolutely love, is Horizon Worlds. But we did have a good time in Neos. In fact, I remember they had a Horizon Worlds world in there where the legs were cut off of your avatar, and they just thought it was the most funniest thing in the world. But it's a good
They
time.
can't have it no more. They're going to have to shut that down.
Oh, they got it. Well, look, Neos is basically done. So now there's this,
There you go. That's what you get.
That's what you,
I'm just playing.
That's what you get for making fun of Horizon. But no, so Resonate is launching on October 6th. I'm really excited about jumping in early access and checking this out. If it's anything like what Neos it's gonna be super advanced, and the creators
it was a lot.
Listen, they had people getting into Pokeballs and shaking us around, and I was getting motion sick from Mario Kart. They got all kind of stuff in there. Like, it's insane, but it's something that I think is the Metaverse idea, right?
Yeah.
Of being able to have every type of thing you could ever desire, pull out anything out of your hat. That's exactly what Neos was, and we're expecting that Resonate will do that and so much more. So really excited about that new application. Now, moving on to another favorite of ours, Immerse. So they broke some news this week that 96%. Now, Joy, we talked about the 2.5K device, the $500 device. We was like, okay, in the $749 one, $799 one for the 2K, for the 4K. So come to find out, everyone who's been pre-ordering, 96% of them have only chose the 4K model.
Okay.
So they are getting enough orders in to make them say, you know what, maybe we don't need to make the 2.5K. And we're just going to focus all of our attention on the 4K model. Now, I was a little bit surprised because, I was looking at my budget, and I was like, I might can only afford right now, right now, a certain dollar amount.
I cannot.
But it's one of them things where I'm excited to see that Immerse is actually able to get enough pre-orders in to make a decision this early in the game. I mean, the thing has only been up for maybe a couple of weeks. This early in the game to be able to make that shift. It is something I'm eyeing. Hopefully that getting things done, we'll get a review unit so we can check this thing out full throttle. Anything else you want
Yeah,
to add to that?
the nine for you to say that it's 96% of the people ordering it, they ordered that particular model. I mean, give the people what they want. And if they don't want the other part of it, I mean, well, hey,
Absolutely, absolutely. And while we checking in on that, we got more VR saying my birthday month. Yeah, we getting things done. We appreciate
Hey.
you, fam. Hey, it's your birthday month. Hey, man, your birthday month lit. Okay, it's VR lit. Okay, and we got Jay the Creative.
Yeah.
What's good, fam? Saying y'all keep up the
Hey
great work.
there.
We appreciate you
Oh,
tuning
thank
in,
you.
brother. All right, so let's get back into the breaking news. So we talked about Visor, we talked about Resonate. Let's talk about something a little bit different. Zuck dropped a
Okay.
bomb on us because we ain't gonna get into MetaConnect right now because that's a whole nother part of the show. But
Yeah.
Zuck dropped a bomb on the world where he did a full interview with Lex Friedman
Mhm.
in what is called a Kodak avatar, which
Mhm.
is you can see you're looking at this video right now playing. The people that were showing up in the video was not actually the physical representation of them. This was
Right.
a digital version of them, and I watched this whole thing on the flight home from Connect, and it blew me away that these
Yeah.
two guys were in total different places around the world, and Lex just kept saying over and over, "I've never experienced any avatar or any type of thing where I felt like I was in the room with a person more than this
Yeah.
technology allowed him." He was almost to the point of tearing up. Joy, we talked a
Yeah.
lot about the avatars last week and how we were excited, hopefully, to
Yes.
see something like this coming for the new Quest 3 or something like that. So, in seeing this footage, I mean, what you thinking?
Seeing this footage, it gives me hope. What people we're moving to that place of where people would take this more seriously because they see the avatars and they think, cartoon. They're like they don't understand or correlate that it's just an
Absolutely.
avatar. When people who aren't in this space see our avatars, they're like, "What in the world is going on? What are y'all doing?" They think we lost our mind. But it's like, no, that's just a representation of us in this space. And so when it becomes more human like and more, realistic, then they'll be like, "Oh, I understand now." And
Yeah.
so we're moving in toward that space, and more people will be prone to want to join in because I really think people have an issue with the avatar system
Say,
because they don't understand. I really think that's an issue.
say that. So let's do this. Let's do this because we get mocked a lot. Now we've brought life to the meta avatars. Absolutely brought
Yes,
life to them
especially with
with the
the facial tracking and
and eye
whatnot with
tracking.
the
Yes,
Quest Pro. Yes.
absolutely. So we've brought life to those things. Now I'm going to say this though. However, the
Hmm.
flip side of this is
Yeah.
a lot of people are comparing this, saying, "Oh my God, last year we got Zuck in front of an Eiffel Tower, and now look, a year later he's 3D." This is two separate types of avatars, people. Okay,
Right.
this is
Right.
not. This is a more photorealistic avatar, basically a body copy version of Zuck versus the avatar system that we currently have. Now, we will talk a little bit about some things we learned at MetaConnect when we get to that particular talk.
Yeah.
But the idea of this was Lex really blew it. These are two people who actually joked about this a little bit. They're kind of emotionless, kind of don't, they're not really big on emotions on their face.
Hmm.
So them having a whole lot of more emotion digitally than they did physically kind of makes it kind of funny. And Zuck actually mentioned it. He's like, a lot of people give him crap about his emotions, but in this form, maybe he can augment his face to grin a little bit harder, or smile a little bit bigger, or frown a little bit harder, so you can kind of understand those intricate things that he's doing in his.
Yeah.
So
I think there needs to be a class on avatars in the whole avatar system for people to really understand and to get how to get behind this because I mean it's all over the place and I
yes,
really think they really need to know that is just a representation of yourself.
Absolutely. I see JT, the creator, said, I wonder if the avatar is a face scan because how will at home users be able to do to have a digital version? So they did talk about this a little bit,
Hmm.
and what's happening is they're flying to a remote location to scan their entire bodies with these very sophisticated cameras and supercomputers that takes weeks to get this copy made. Now, that's the versions they're using. However, Zuck also mentioned at last year's Connect and on this podcast that they're going to allow you to do a 3D scan with your phone eventually, and they already have that working already where they can get it pretty close to the fidelity, not the same level that was in that particular interview, but something close to where you would not be able to notice so easily that it was a avatar version of someone. So man, I'm excited about it. El Michelle, it's so wild. It is.
It is.
It's gonna be, we're in for a crazy future, y'all. We're in for a crazy future.
Yes.
So last thing on the breaking news piece is Valve. We talk a lot about Meta. We've talked a little bit about Pico. We talk a whole lot about Apple as well. We don't talk a lot about Valve, but Valve is the backbone to PCVR. If you're doing anything with PCVR, most of the time you're using the Steam library to launch VR chat. You're using that to launch into like Half-Life Alyx and all these super graphic fidelity games that can only be found on Steam. So Valve makes the Steam software, and they recently released an all-new beta of VR 2.0. And these feature sets, a lot of people are thinking it's going to be linked possibly to a future headset. Now, that's been debunked a tad bit, but what some really cool things that's in this particular software is what they call overlays. And these overlays allow you to do just about anything while in VR. So you can literally be inside of a game like Half-Life Alyx or VR chat, pull up your computer monitor, pull up something else, and pull up all these different widgets and pieces. And it's kind of crazy when you think about it. You're going to be able to have almost Minority Reports power inside of VR, and they're building it right into the interface. And if they do have a headset coming, it's going to be very interesting to see what they do.
That's really cool. I really do think that this, by them implementing this, is going to bring forth something else. You know how people start something and then after they only do
Absolutely.
it for a little bit, and then after it's a bigger scene being built behind the scenes. I really think that it's something like that that's happening. So that's really cool.
You're on the money. Okay, if we were a betting people, okay, we would bet that very soon. I would say within the next 6 months, we're gonna see. Listen, we about to get into our segment about Connect. There's about to be a shift in VR, y'all. Okay,
Yeah.
Quest 3, some features. We ain't gonna talk about it right now. We ain't gonna talk about it right
Quest 3 got a lot of people shook. Let's
Look.
just put it like that.
now. Okay,
If we keeping it real and we
We-
keeping it 100 on this podcast, Quest 3 got
Absolutely.
some people shook and they doing all kind of stuff to try to stay relevant.
absolutely.
It is now game time.
Oh, yeah, y'all don't need to look. It's now game time. That's what Quest 3 just said. It is now game time. Listen. All right. So Kevin Cox, I was trying to pull up this question. Kevin Cox said, "When does the lifelike avatars become a problem with someone saying something, acting in a different person's avatar when the actual person did and said nothing?" This is the reason why the technology is not here yet. The codec avatars, from what I was told, the real version of them are going to be crypto locked to you. It's going to be almost like your license. It's now the same way someone can steal your identity. That way, I'm sure someone can steal you. But we're talking about that level of security is what these codec avatars are. Now, AI is the problem. AI, as we're uplifting, I saw a brother of ours share on his story today saying, be careful what services you're using to upload your pictures to for AI modifications, because they might be selling that data to all sorts of nefarious sites to use your face on
Black market.
Yeah, or use your face on things like, imagine a celebrity like a Kim Kardashian using one of these apps to scan their face to do something cool with. Well, now you've given permission, not even realizing you've given permission for me to use your likeness in advertisements and things like that you didn't even know existed. So just got to be careful. But Kevin, that's a great question. I think that's the ethics that we got to get into as we build these technologies out.
Absolutely. And that's where they're trying to decide if they're having whole committees that are going to be governing these tech companies. And that's the big fight right now, whether the tech companies will govern themselves and do the right thing, or if they need to have an external body that is going to
Come
be
on.
able to be over that to make sure that they're doing the right thing. So
Yeah.
it's being played out right now, but we're going to see how it goes.
Absolutely, absolutely, man. I love that question, Kevin. We appreciate you. So we're gonna get into our apps of the week so that we can get to our last part of the show. We're gonna be talking about recap and connect and doing all the craziness, and it's gonna be amazing. So, all right, Joy. All right, tell us all about your app. Okay, this is
Okay, so first of all, it's not Horizon Worlds this week.
come
That's the
on.
first thing.
Well, you know what? You know what I'm
But
gonna do to that. You know what I'm gonna do to that.
it is actually Demio. I
Okay.
had some spare time and I went in and just was playing some Demio by myself and I had a really great time and I am super excited to see the high fidelity of what the Quest 3 is going to bring
Yeah.
when we're able to play these games on the Quest 3. So
Yes.
I had a good time in Demio.
So one cool thing we could talk about with Demio that we know is coming for Quest 3, Demio Battles is coming. So we're
Yeah.
gonna, Joy's gonna be whooping my butt, y'all. I'm not gonna even, I can't even act like I'm good at Demio the way she is. Cause her brain, she's so good with it, man. But
Calculated.
the mixed reality part, so they already launched those features, but being able to co-locate me and her being in the same room, playing together in the same room, while we also play with friends from around the world. I think
Yeah.
we're about to see. I think we're about to see Hasbro or somebody come out with like Monopoly and all the old school board games, and we're gonna be able to just play these things remotely and with friends in headset. I'm so excited for it. But we're gonna get into that. We don't wanna we got to hold all our Quest 3 talk in just a second. All right, so that
Yeah.
was your app. Now, y'all, my
That
app
was
is
mine.
totally left field.
Okay.
Totally left field. And this week I got a cool app that just showed up on my Quest, and it's called WhatsApp. Uh, so you might say, brother, what in the heck why do you even care WhatsApp? Because lately I've had to communicate with a bunch of people who are either overseas, people who don't particularly use their cell phone number for business, but they use their WhatsApp. And so WhatsApp showed up on the Quest. We got back from Connect, plugged it in, turned it on, and I see WhatsApp. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I can now chat people, get messages, send pictures straight to WhatsApp from within my Quest Pro. Absolutely love it. And I'm
No.
and I'm I'm hopeful that this is the beginning of seeing a lot more Android apps begin to launch on the Quest, because I mean technically Quest runs Android. Why in the heck why we can't have a Google Play Store to allow us to get any app on there? We
Yeah.
know a lot of cool stuff is coming, so that is the hope. Look, El Michelle said, right, right. I love it. And look, we got Mental Impact Radio saying, how can I be dope like you? Man, you
Hey
already dope.
there.
You already dope, fam. All right, you ain't got to get no
Absolutely.
more dope than that. But we love it. So, listen, we want to check in with you guys because listen, we're about to get into the second half of our podcast as we get into Meta Connect. We are so excited to talk to you guys about the week that we had for Meta
Yes.
Connect. It's going to be crazy. So we're going to get into that right now. So first off, first thing I want to talk about,
Okay.
Joy, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Can we talk about the food first? Can we? Can we? So set the stage. Set the stage for
Oh
everybody.
my
Set
gosh.
the stage for everybody, please.
Well, this is the thing. It is really an amazing thing when you don't have to pull out your wallet to pay for anything. And not that just not paying for anything makes the food good, but it's the quality of the food was incredible.
Come on.
Meta has a top tier food program. So it
Listen,
was incredible.
I wanted to start there because I didn't want to put no pictures up, videos up. Listen, y'all, because I need to get that out the way. That was one of the most memorable parts of this trip. The food was outrageous. All right, the breakfast was breakfasting, the lunch was luncheon. I
The
told Joy,
fruit, the
the
fruit
fruit
was so
was fruiting.
fresh.
The fruit was fruiting. I need no. I need to put it on my. I need to put it on me. The fruit was the best grapes I ever had in my life. The best pineapple tastes like God. Made a pineapple and handed it to me. Okay, that's how good it was. I want to get it out the way because we got so many cool stuff. The vegan chocolate chip cookies, the cheesecake, the vegan cheesecake that tastes like cheesecake that was not vegan. The red velvet cupcakes we had. Listen. Okay, we're gonna try to put a vlog out. Okay, look, Jay the creator say, y'all, listen, man, listen. It was good. El Michelle say that part. Okay, it was good, and so
if the food is popping, then automatically, the trip is gonna be a great trip. Because listen, we've had some experiences where the food wasn't too great out in California. Being from Louisiana, we have a high standard of how food is.
Let me tell the ham sandwich. I just this is the last part about the food, and I promise we're done. We're gonna move on. The ham sandwich. So they had regular, like, healthy lunch items, and I ate that. But then I was like, man, there's a sandwich. Someone said, man, they got a whole sandwich section at Meta. A whole section with the sandwiches, the turkey, the ham, everything's set separate. You just can choose whatever sandwich you want. It's already dressed and made. Look, Universal Dragon said, y'all making me hungry. It was already dressed and made, okay? Look, somebody gonna come back to listen to this podcast like, was this a food critique?
Right.
Or what? But the ham sandwich changed my life. I just wanted to say that. I'm done. We move on. Let's get into day one of MetaConnect. Let's set the stage, Joy. Tell us about day one of MetaConnect.
Okay, so day one of MetaConnect, we get up, we're so excited, we eat this amazing breakfast, and
there it is.
There it is. And then we get to Meta's campus, and they have it laid out like it is Disney World, basically.
Absolutely.
If you can picture Disney World at the entrance and whatnot, they have all the nice volunteers or contracted people that would help guide you and go through security and stuff like that. And we were one of the first people in line.
Yes.
And that was truly amazing. And the Horizon people, whenever Horizon comes, it's Horizon people because we bring the energy,
yes.
We bring the laughter, we bring everything. And so they knew when Horizon arrived. I'll say it like that. You take the rest of it.
All right. So, all right.
The next section.
Let me take the section. So then, all right, we went and got some breakfast. Okay. So we had breakfast when we got there, but we got second breakfast. All right. And second breakfast was a smaller little plate, and then we got in line to get ready for what was the first, y'all. Let me say this. The first MetaConnect on Meta's campus. All right. So we are front in line. We're like maybe five or six people behind the front of the line. We get into line. And then, of course, at 10 o'clock, we are ushered into the seating area where we begin to listen to this magical, incredible keynote from Mark Zuckerberg.
Now, before we get into the keynote of Mark Zuckerberg, there are places and stations around the campus that you can take pictures with, have augmented experiences. There were different little booths set up and stuff, and that you can talk to different people about certain things, and it was incredible. But the main thing was getting to that seating area for Connect for Mark Zuckerberg to give his keynote. And so once everyone got seated and that timer started going off, everyone was getting super excited, hyped, trying to figure out what was going to happen. Like, we knew Mark Zuckerberg was going to come out, but we didn't know how he was going to come out or what was going to happen.
We thought he was going to come out on a plane, on a helicopter, dropping in like, yo, I'm here, It was magic. So when the clown, like you can see on the picture right here, when the countdown went crazy, crowd erupted. Mark comes out, he's like, let's do this, and you get chills, because you're thinking about, for me and Joy, I'm gonna be serious for a moment. We went from watching these connects the last 2 to 3 years. And the first year we watched it, we would have never even imagined we was gonna be there. It was like, oh, one day we might be able to be close to where it's happening. Almost 2 years into the channel, we were invited, y'all, to be on campus for the first live connect since COVID. Okay, since the pandemic. It's kind of, takes you back for a moment. Okay. And then Mark comes out and he's revealing the next device in the pipeline from where me and Joy started VR. From Quest 2, that's where we started. We bought it week 1 of the Quest 2 coming out. So it's for Quest 3 to be, and we're physically in the audience. It's like, my goodness, only a few years later, we're here. It was just very magical. And the announcements that followed from there just were, okay, like it was like, come on.
And I do want to say that the Horizon community presence was felt. If y'all were looking at the keynote live or even watched the playback and you heard the people going, woo, or super excited, that was the Horizon people.
Yes.
All the other people were kind of sitting there looking like,
oh, we
cheering?
hyped up the entire thing. If you watch closely here, you'll see one of the Horizon folks, Andrew Money, shout out to him, stand up, rush up. In just a little moment, he's about to show it right here. Like, he's standing up, screaming. He was one of the main folks just making, but it wasn't fake. Listen,
it wasn't fake.
The Horizon Worlds people were there. We were happy. We were humble. We were thankful to be in the room, right?
Absolutely.
So when these announcements were going off, it was general excitement because they were talking about things that we personally care about, that we've been ridiculed of, that we've been laughed at about, we've been scorned about. So to be in the building and we could say, listen, we're here. A billionaire is standing right there. Like, we are in the building. It felt really, really good. So let's talk about I want to talk about one of the things, of course, that we're going to get into Quest 3 later. But what's something that stood out to you from the keynote?
The Ray-Bans, of course.
Come on.
The Ray-Bans, you already have is it the first generation or the second generation? Which ones you have?
I have the first generation.
You have the first generation. Okay. So the ones that's coming out, listen, is going to have AI integrated into it in December, correct?
Absolutely.
Their update, that is going to be game changing, y'all.
Listen,
to have these glasses and you can ask it, what am I looking at? And it'll tell you, and it is going to be insane.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited about that. And they didn't really go into Ray-Bans beforehand. Everybody was just really excited about Quest 3. And so for them to have this entire rollout of the Ray-Bans with the AI integrated into it, it's like, what? This is incredible.
Yeah, it was not an announcement. I even know some creators who had got some briefings prior to. They knew nothing about the AI in the glasses. And I think every interview I've watched from Connect, when Mark Zuckerberg, Boz, and so many others are talking about it, they're like, we didn't think we would be able to do something like this so quickly. Just shout out to them. We got a super chat from Sir James Brown. Appreciate you, fam.
Hey, thank you so much.
I was at the Connect event, but it's nothing like an Apple event that's top notch. The Vision Pro is out of control. There's nothing like it. The demo I did was out of this world. Okay. Now you got us excited about that. Now, listen now. Don't say that to us, family, because we were excited. Okay, we're gonna get into our Quest 3. The last thing we're gonna talk about tonight is the Quest 3 impressions. We're gonna talk about that. But we gonna get in there. We gonna get in there.
Yes. We definitely have a lot to say about that. Yes. But thank you for bringing up that point, because we're gonna talk about it.
We're gonna talk about it. The Ray-Bans, I'm grabbing a pair. Absolutely. Listen, that was the one thing out of everything. We knew we was gonna get the Quest 3. We're like, that's done. But Ray-Bans is getting bought. 2 pair. All right. Preferably with the ones with the prescription for Joy and so she can wear them all the time. Listen,
I
live
can wear 'em all
streaming
the
from
time.
these things is going to be crazy. Like I have so many ideas of content that we can do with these things. So really, really excited about
Absolutely.
it. I'll tell you what my favorite. I'll put it on me for a second. My favorite part of it was actually the other piece of this. It was the mixed reality piece. It
Mm.
was we're stepping into the next paradigm shift for XR.
Yeah.
The same way the Quest kind of revolutionized and changed and shifted the culture when it came to standalone VR, we're now about
Mm-hmm.
to have a more mainstream. I know Boz kept saying the first mainstream mixed reality device that's also can do spatial computing, similar to
Yeah.
Vision Pro. They did throw a couple of jabs at Apple at the
They
keynote.
did.
They made sure to be like, there's no string, no battery
No
pack,
battery pack.
not expensive. You don't have to go sell your kidney. It was on target, but absolutely, Boz has said it many a times that the Apple Vision Pro is magnificent piece of hardware. It's just
Mm-hmm.
the price is not
Price
where they're
point
trying to
is
compete.
everything.
Yeah, that's not where they
Yeah.
want to compete at. It's not where they want to compete at. So that was my takeaway. Like just the mixed reality. Like we're gonna be getting Legos. Like
Okay.
Legos.
So going back to the Ray Bans
Yeah.
situation, um, they're going to be having a thing where it has voice recognition, correct?
So I believe it's gonna be a
It's
multi-model where it can hear, it can
it can
see,
hear
yeah, hear and see. So you can be able to take in translation. So you'll be able to
that part.
translate, yeah,
So
translate other
when
people's
I'm going to the
languages.
nail shop,
Uh
I'm
oh.
wearing my
Uh
glasses,
oh.
and I'll know what you're saying. That part, I'm going to first day. Get them going to the nail shop. It's
Absolutely.
over. Game over.
Little Meta Crafters fam said, laugh out loud. A couple, yeah, we getting a couple of them glasses, okay? A couple of them glasses, okay? And Real Jane say, hey y'all, what's up, fam? We appreciate you
Hey
tuning
there.
in. Appreciate you tuning in. So, like, honestly, Ray Bans, the AI, the Quest 3, incredible announcements. Mixed
Yeah.
reality, incredible announcements. All right, let's get into day two. What was day two for you? What was day
Day
two for you?
two, okay, day two was relaxed. I
Mm,
absolutely, okay, so day one was hustle and bustle. Everybody's excited. The whole campus is buzzing, and then day two is more relaxed. And I absolutely love that pace. It was less people on the campus, and you just got, it was a flow that it
yeah.
had with it. With the developer sessions, you can go in and out. To see which ones you wanted to see and everything. And it was just really laid back, and I absolutely loved that part of
Yeah, I think the developer sessions to me, there was some really big takeaways. Number one,
it.
inside out body tracking, y'all. With the Quest 3,
Yeah.
the Quest 3 can do upper body tracking to where it can finally not just track your hands because the cameras are actually like right here. So they actually see
Yeah, it's
most of
annoying.
your lower body. So they can see your hands, your elbows, your lower torso, and as well as we're getting generative legs for all quests. That's Meta Quest 2, Meta Quest Pro, and Meta Quest 3. So let me
Yeah.
explain what generative legs do. Generative legs is like an estimation, an AI tracked a legs format. So the legs can, as you move around your room, they can track your movement a little bit more realistic now. And that's going to be really great for full body avatars and things like VR chat. Now, listen, this is without any trackers at all. Any like
Wow.
nothing, just your Quest 3, or for generative legs, just your Quest 2, Quest Pro, or Quest 3. Like, to me, that was enough. But we got 4K wired casting coming for content creators to be able to stream with. Listen, we got a whole video. We got a whole video. Y'all can go look at our video, okay?
Yeah,
We
the
got a
hidden
whole
gems.
the hidden gems from Connect because it's
Yeah.
too many things to name, but the developer sessions was a must. There's a lot of cool things coming for the Quest platform that we're really, really excited about. And we're gonna get into some of that in the next part of our talk when we get to Quest
Yeah,
3.
and I absolutely loved on the second day as well that we had an opportunity to really have hands on with the Quest 3.
Mm-hmm.
There were different sections to where you can go and do demos, and it was incredible. We played a game. What was the one that we were shooting?
The drones. Yep.
The drones.
Yep.
Yes. It was incredible how the Quest 3, first of all, my first impression of it, it's so light.
Come on.
Listen, Quest 2 and Quest Pro had been training us, y'all. And when we put the Quest 3 on, you're going to be like, I have nothing on my face. Like, it doesn't feel as heavy as those two devices. And so that's the first thing that I was really, really shocked about. And then also, too, the colors just pop much more. Yeah, so much more in the Quest 3 than
you already getting into the Quest 3. We said we wasn't gonna do that. We was trying to wait, but we kind of closing out. But you can see it on the video right now that this is what we were seeing in our headsets. What you're seeing on the iPad, they were actually streaming it. One cool thing. Now I gotta ask you something, Joy. Do you remember any lag time with this demo?
Absolutely not. No, that's what I was shocked about.
They said, who's the leader here? So it's 3 people in the room. We all put our headsets on at the same time. There was no syncing information. There was no setting up the boundaries the same. Nothing.
No.
And I'm going to tell you, this was a fresh new Quest 3s. This was nothing. They didn't do any pre-setup. We put them on.
Shout out to Vash Spite.
Shout out to Vash Spite from Horizon Worlds. We was in there.
Yes.
They said, who's the leader? I said, I'm the leader. They end up putting us in the demo, and then we begin to start playing. And it was just perfect. Seamless. Pass-through was incredible. We're going to get into that in the Quest 3 talk, but pass-through was just insane. So, once again, shout out to all the hard workers that on campus because it was absolutely phenomenal. Look, Metacrafter said, how many breakfasts on day 2? Listen. Listen now. On day 2, I want to say I think we did do like 2 breakfasts. I want to say we had 2 breakfasts on that day too. But you don't judge us, okay?
This is the thing. It's a breakfast at the hotel, and then after there's a breakfast on campus. You have an option
exactly.
whatever you want to do. So there you go.
Game and Drink said, is the leg tracking available at launch? Unfortunately, it's going to be coming. Well, fortunately and unfortunately, it won't be happening at launch. It's coming in an update in December. So imagining V59, V60 of the Quest platform, we can expect to see generative legs come for Quest 2, Quest Pro, and Quest 3, as well as seeing some things coming later on down the pipeline that we may not even know about. So really, really excited about that. And we got another super chat from Sir James Brown acting up in the chat.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
He said, Meta mixed reality is trash. Trust me. Come on, man. All right, trust me. Disney, NBA, all the studios just signed on. Microsoft is on board too. Mark Z had to come out. Vision Pro, all you need are your eyes and fingers. That is no lag whatsoever.
Listen, we're not against Apple. We're Apple people.
Absolutely.
That's the first thing. We're Apple people. But what we're doing right now is we're comparing it from the Quest 2 to the Quest 3.
And Quest Pro.
Now, it's going to be something else. When we compare Quest 3 to Apple Vision Pro, now that's when we're going to have this conversation because we are super excited about the Apple Vision Pro to come out. Because, first of all, for my phone, iPad, my Mac to sync to that thing, that's game changing already, but that's for a whole nother episode. But yes, going back to the Quest 3, these the things that are coming out in December, and actually once when you actually get it, it is a difference, and you'll notice it, and it's a good difference.
Absolutely. It's one of those things. You know, it's funny we say it like this, but we have the Quest Pro. So we've had the mixed reality. We've done that. Now we want to talk about bad mixed reality in a lot of ways. Comparing it to Quest 3 for sure is not the greatest. It's definitely an upgrade when it comes to the Quest 3.
Yes, and I love that I don't have to sync. I don't have to draw the barrier because even with my Quest Pro, when they have that option, it still gets thrown off some kind of way, and I have to end up manually drawing my Guardian. And so for us to just put that on and it automatically knew where everything was, it was incredible.
Man, I also think one of the biggest things that we're going to see that we haven't seen just yet is these things called augments, right? So they talked about these things at the
That part.
keynote where you can be able to anchor things around your home and be able to have them like location locked. So when I go in the front room with my Quest 3, I can have a photo wall all across my wall with my favorite pictures. But when Joy goes in the front room, she's going to see her pictures, right? And then when I go
Hmm.
into a different room, my business, like if I want my laptop or my screens, my computer screens to show up in a certain area, it's going to always be there every time I put on my Quest 3. That's going to be magic. And
Yes.
we were talking a lot about the power of mixed reality and the power of the chipset. We got to talk about the graphics. So if we're in the Quest 3 now, I do want to do this before we get into the deeper into the Quest 3. I did want to do
Okay.
one more talk on something that was really cool and connect inside of the headset. So
Oh yeah.
as you can see on the video here, we took some scenery inside of Horizon Worlds. I'm gonna tell you, last year we saw Connect in Horizon and we had a blast. It was really dope,
Yeah.
really incredible. Well, now they have an all new version, kind of like Menlo Park in there a little bit, where you can
Yeah.
see all the new technologies coming to Horizon Worlds, and they showing off like Citadel, Super Rumble, Bobber's Bay, which is all these new versions of games that's in Horizon Worlds. But the graphic fidelity, the 3D
Listen.
video of the keynote.
Impeccable.
Okay, it was live streamed in 3D in Horizon. So you literally could watch the entire keynote as if you was kind of there in your avatar form, get some cool t-shirts, some cool little rewards and merch that you can take with you to other parts of Horizon. And it was just phenomenal, y'all. Like so
Yeah, like the
proud.
people of Horizon that weren't able to be there physically did not get cheated out of
Did not get
anything.
cheated
Like
out.
it was an experience for us to go in there and experience those things in there. It was like, this is incredible.
Like
Like
look, yeah,
this was my favorite part.
yeah, you take a picture of this very stale fox, and then you see this thing just begin to move around, and it's like, what in the heck? Like I'm going around because I'm like, what in the heck is going on? Like I was just blown away at the fidelity of the graphics that's in Horizon Worlds. You got to remember, Horizon was all about primitive shapes. It was never
Yes.
what we have now with animated objects and tri-mesh and things like that that's coming. So really, really excited about what this does for Horizon Worlds. But I just wanted to mention that because the team behind it that did the work for this world needs an award because it was one of the best ones we've seen.
Yeah, it was
So
great.
now, now that we got all that out the way, let's talk about this Quest 3. Okay, let's talk about Quest 3. What is your
Yes.
first impressions of the Quest 3? This is your chance to just bear it all.
Yes, so my first impression was I was impressed. I didn't think I was going to be impressed. I didn't think there was a need because I have the Pro. I'm like, I might not really need a 3. Listen, it changed I got my mind got changed very quickly, especially after I played a couple of games. The Samba game,
Yes.
JDun,
Mm-hmm.
that Samba game that came out, it was incredible. I was like, again, putting it on your head is super, super light. And for it to really just, the colors come at you and the pass through is so clear
Yeah.
compared to the Pro. I'm like, this is a total upgrade. We have to get these.
Now,
And I was impressed.
now, Metacrafters is asking, how does I'm gonna let you answer this. How does resolution of VR compare to Quest Pro? Now, you remember we're talking about how it looked, the colors, the contrast, the crispness, and the pass through. What do you have to say about that?
Everything jumped up a notch. So it seems like it took it to a whole nother level. To where it's more crisp. The colors, the darks are darker, the brights are brighter. Um, and what else I could say about it?
The
I
pass
don't know.
through was
The
clearer.
pass through was very, very clear.
Yeah. And
Compared to the Quest Pro, it wasn't fuzzy or anything like that. It was really clear, and I was shocked because I didn't think that you can get the pass through better than what was on the Quest Pro, but they did.
Yeah. So you're seeing her play a demo right now of Samba de Amigo. And
Mhm.
she was getting down, y'all. Okay. She was shaking the maraca. She's getting it in. And we're having a blast. And the cool thing they just talked about today is on Meta Quest's Twitter. You can go find it. This is Samba de Amigo is going to have a mixed reality mode where you get to dance and do these things in your own room. That's going to be the key here. Most applications, most games are now going to have this split mode where you can do it in VR or you can also do it in your home. And I think that's just the future. El Michelle also asked a question about the augments, saying create augments for people to buy. Yes. So it's believed and it's been shared a little bit that you're eventually these things are going to be things that may come from MetaSpark. And so if you're building on a MetaSpark platform, you're going to be able to possibly, there's going to be maybe, we don't have any information on this, so this is all speculation, be able to have some type of Spark store where you can load in all these different assets and be able to sell these things, because they did not say it was going to be limited to just game developers. Hopefully this is going to be opening up the cage for anybody to make these
Hopefully.
augments. Yeah. And
Yeah.
then, man, we gonna call you Super Chat Sir James, okay? 'Cause you dropping it. Did the Samba a game make you Samba? Listen,
Yes, he
see her?
did.
Okay. Now there's versions of the video that was a lit that hey, I had to keep it myself. All right, she was getting down, y'all. When I tell you she was getting down, she was getting down. I was like, man, we should giving us a show in here. All right. It was a good time. I mean, we had just so much fun with this game.
And you know what? Another thing.
Say it.
Also, I'm so sorry. I didn't
No,
mean
go
to
ahead.
cut
Let's
you
do
off.
it. Let's go.
But another thing is that I didn't used to like doing supernatural or anything with my headsets on because they were so heavy and I felt like I didn't want to have it on. But this is going to be a game changer because it's so light now that I really feel like I'll be able to do supernatural or any of the fitness things without it weighing so heavy on my head. So I'm excited about that as well. And that's why I really didn't have a problem with doing that samba and stuff, because it really is light. You're gonna whenever y'all get it, you're gonna be like, wait, what? Is this it?
Listen, not only that, so I got to play a cool game. So that was a really cool game that just shows the fun of the platform and where it's going. But I got to play Assassin's Creed, y'all. I got to play a demo. Joy got some footage. Now, we are not allowed to release any game footage. It's under embargo, so under NDA, so we can't, unfortunately, share any of that footage. I had to get clearance just to show the trailer. So the trailer here shows you kind of what the experience is like. Joy, you were watching it on the screen. I'm in there playing it. Was my face shocked at any moment when I was playing this game?
Yes, it's like your mouth was open. I'm like, babe, this is happening. This is happening. You were shocked, so it was incredible, man.
The biggest difference for everyone who's thinking about graphic fidelity, it blows any other standalone until Vision Pro comes out. It blows any, because before Sir James, our brother coming here and be like, yo, man, Apple gonna kill that, you know. Before you come in here, no, we understand the M2 chip is a computer desktop chip. The Snapdragon XR2, though it's powerful and it's incredible, and it's 200% better GPU than the previous Quest 2 XR2 Gen 1 chip, it's not going to compare to a desktop class chip. We know that. But Assassin's Creed coming out on November 16th was absolutely insane on the Quest 3, y'all. I would not lie to you guys. It is PC VR level graphics.
And that's what I was saying. I'm like, I can't believe that these graphics look as good as they do on this standalone.
And I'm gonna tell you guys, I was told this was not even this wasn't even an optimized version specifically for Quest 3. This was just a build that they have. The game is not complete. It's not done. It's not coming out till November. So literally, this game was absolutely stunning. The NPCs, the people you talked to, had emotions in their face. They had dialogue. It was tons of them. It was a whole city full of people running on standalone, and I'm looking at the water. Look, I can't talk no more about it. Just wait. If you've been excited, we've waited. This announcement for Assassin's Creed came out, and I want to say 2019, 2020. we've waited 3 to 4 years, um, and I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be worth the wait. It's gonna be worth the wait. Look, Butter something, one of my favorite. I love his picture. I just love it. I'm excited and worried, if I'm honest. Let me tell you right now, you can absolutely stake on this. Assassin's Creed lives up to the hype. I can't vouch for any other game, but I can absolutely vouch for Assassin's Creed. The depth, the feeling, the climbing, it's so much to this game, y'all, that it's gonna blow y'all mind when you check it out. So make sure you get it on November 16th. It's going to be crazy. El Michelle said, "Oh wow, yes indeed, yes indeed." And Jada Creator said, "Go ahead. The collaboration with Snapdragon was such a dope move." Absolutely, absolutely.
Yes. So the main thing I know people are saying, is it worth getting? If I have the Quest 2, should I make the jump to Quest 3? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you should. If I have the Quest Pro and should I get the Quest 3? It depends on what you're trying to do, because you have a mixed reality aspect of it on the Quest Pro. However, for the games that are coming out, for all the different apps that are coming out, they're going to be modeled toward the Quest 3.
Absolutely.
And so if you want it to be in the best way possible to be running, Quest 3 is the way to go.
Now I'm gonna say this. A lot of people now. I do want to say this. We can't give you the 100%. We're gonna have a review coming soon. Once we get our hands on the device, so we don't want to say 100%. Oh yeah, you go buy it. What we will say is, if you own the Quest 2 and you don't own the Quest Pro, like Joy said, absolutely
get you a Quest.
Get you a Quest 3. Okay, like get your money together and get that Quest 3, because it's incredible. Now when it comes to Quest Pro, like you said, well, come to Quest Pro versus Quest 3.
It depends. We're gonna have to.
The biggest thing is it doesn't have eye and face tracking. So that's something that we hold near and dear. So we're gonna be using our Quest Pros still. We love our Quest Pros.
Yeah.
Now I did want to say this too. Quest 2 is not going anywhere, y'all. It's still, it just got a power boost. Assassin's Creed is going to run on it. Every game that's been announced, Asgard's Wrath, is going to launch on it. Make sure you have the larger model, 256 at least, for some of these games, because these games are going to get bigger. The biggest problem that you're going to see with these games is not so much that they're not going to run on the Quest 2, is that the file size is going to get larger, because there's going to be a lot of new enhancements in graphics specifically for Quest 3 that you won't even be able to take advantage of, but the space is going to be taken up. So that is something you want to think about. Butter something says, it has been officially 4 years since both Assassin's Creed and Splinter Cell was announced. Splinter Cell was canceled 3 years after the announcement. To speak on GTA San Andreas, it has only been 2 years if it's canned. Here's the thing. Assassin's Creed, like you said, 4 years ago. Let's talk about it in a year, maybe or two. We were hoping for Grand Theft Auto, y'all.
Yeah, we were.
We were hoping that it was in some corner of Connect. And believe me when I tell you, for y'all, just for y'all, we searched every corner. From Naruto to the we even bumped into Boz. Boz like, what y'all doing out here? What you looking for? We looking for GTA. Okay, we looking for San Andreas. We could not find it, y'all. But
searched all over.
But I will say, Assassin's Creed, Asgard's Wrath, Samba de Amigo, Ghostbusters, so many great games are coming for the platform that I wouldn't be too worried about Grand Theft Auto, because we're going to have a lot to keep our hands in, especially with Legos. Legos was the hidden gem, and I know we're coming close to our normal time, so y'all stick with it a little bit longer. We almost done, but Legos was a sleeper cell for me. Seeing this game on the big screen, being able to build, it's like these little tales that you're gonna go do these mazes and puzzles where you'll have to build out things to get around the puzzle. And I don't know if there's gonna be like a free range mode, but this is all happening in mixed reality.
Yeah,
and it blew my mind, y'all. Like, Lego hype, honestly, yes, Lego hype is going to be crazy. I'm a big Lego person. Joy's a big Lego person. We all grew up with Legos. So I'm thinking about kids when they get these things for Christmas and Lego is out, right? parents won't have to step on no Legos anymore. Like it's gonna be insane, and I
That
think
part.
virtual Legos is the future. Like this is really cool, and I cannot wait. It says it comes out December 7th. I cannot wait to get this in our hands and be able to play it in mixed reality on our coffee table. Like really, really excited
Yeah.
about that. Now that's our first impressions. We don't want to go too deep because we're gonna have a video coming very soon to the channel to do a more full dive deep into our adults and our what we would say our first review, because this is a device that's going to, as the Quest 2 has been, be something that's going to evolve over
Now,
time.
JDun, what is your first impressions of the MetaQuest 3?
Ooh, first impressions is finally. Can I just say that? And
Yeah.
I hope I don't tear up when I say it, because I'm a little emotional. Um, Finally, we have a standalone device that lives up to the hype of. We're finally at a place where VR can no longer be the laughing stock and
Mm-hmm.
no longer have lesser power. Like VR chat no longer has to be a second class thing on the Quest.
Mm.
We can finally have mixed reality that we can read our phone with. We can see screens with. It may not be the absolute Apple level. Shout out to Sir James in the building. It may not be Apple level, but I will say it's 12 millisecond latency, which is one of the best and clearest latency because of the Snapdragon XR2 Gen 2. They got the latency down to 12 milliseconds, which is
Mm.
almost close to Vision Pro level. So it's going to be incredible, y'all. And that's my first impression. Is just finally we have a device that we can really see games take full advantage of graphics. We can finally get AAA titles from real publishers, not just amazing, incredible independent ones. And I think this platform is going to open the door, fly it open. Remember, Quest 2 is the most updated technology device me and Joy have ever owned. We've owned every iPhone. We've had Android phones. We got computers. We got Macs, Windows, everything. Quest 2 has been updated and more features have been added to it than any other device I've ever owned.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
So if the Quest 3 can, if that's any entitlement from Quest 2, Quest 3 is going to be insane in just 6 months.
And
I
developers are going to have a field day.
Yes, and remember, we just got a speed bump. We've gotten multiple speed bumps over the years with Quest 2. We just got a speed bump on the Quest 2 to give it more power. The Snapdragon is in its. This is the first device that the XR2 Gen 2 is in. So imagine where the power of this thing's going to be a year from now, where developers really get their way with this and really dive into it. Henry Wood said, "Can you imagine the type of DLC that will come out for Lego VR? Is going listen." They
That part.
can print money. Like they can print money, and then you can be able to pose with your things, and hopefully you can do some co-location thing where me and Joy can be building together and do some stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. Come on, that's gonna be insane, y'all. Real James says GTA next year. Look, we gonna hold you to that. We holding
We gonna
you
hope
to
it.
that. If you
Fingers
if
crossed.
we go in a year from now, we gonna be like, Real James, where you at? All right, we ain't got it. El Michelle say, yes, listen. We want to end this last piece with something that is a little bit more personal. And it's Connect would have been nothing without the people. And
That part.
we got to meet some incredible folks. Not only our Horizon World family, shout out to them, but we got to meet some of our favorite content creators, like Techman Juhi's family. We got to meet a lot of different people like Vishal Shah, the VP of the Metaverse for her, not
Yeah,
just
for
for
Horizon
Horizon, but
Worlds.
for Meta. Period. And
Yeah.
it was just a dream come true to walk the grounds of Meta, almost like hollowed ground in a way, for people of XR and VR. Everyone just about now. There was, of course, we were missing some of you in the audience. You should have been there. Wish you could have been there. But it was so many great people we got a chance to meet up with, and we finally get to take a picture in front of the Meta sign. And it was just incredible. Joy, what do you want to say about the people that we got to meet at Horizon Worlds? I mean,
It's all
at Connect.
Yeah, it's always been about the people. The whole reason why we're in Horizon Worlds is because of the community, you know? And so to meet those people that we've been around for almost 2 years now in person, to see them in real life, it was like chef's kiss. It was like incredible because
Yeah,
I mean, you see people's avatars, but you can put their voice with their face, and it was incredible. And to be able to hug these people and to show them like, hey, we appreciate being in the same space with
absolutely.
you and just building together. It was like a family reunion.
Yeah, we got to link up with our Between Realities family, Alex and Skiva, at the hotel and just spend some time with them. And look, we took a picture with Anna from Pixel Rip with the headpiece on, and we got interviewed by the legendary Kent Bide,
Yes,
which that
that
interview
was
is
a
actually
highlight.
out. And now yeah, that was a huge highlight of the show to be able to be on his show and actually talk about our love for Meta Horizon as well as XR. So just a whole bunch of stuff. Butter something said had to have been such a cool experience. It was a life changing experience that we will
Yes,
never forget. It's something that is just so powerful to be somewhere where everything you care about, everyone there is there for the same reason you are. Their love for
yes.
VR, their love for XR, their love for the metaverse, and their belief that we're all here because of that one common goal to help people get into the metaverse. So,
Because we all know we have family that think we're crazy. We all have people that are close to us that don't understand our
yeah,
love for this space, and to get around people that have a mutual respect for the technology, it's incredible, and you can nerd out all day, which is a highlight. So, yeah, it is truly incredible.
absolutely, absolutely. So, man, Joy, this has been a phenomenal show. We got through a whole bunch. Um, it felt really
Yes.
good. So, tell the people where they can connect with you, Mo, and any last words you want to say.
As always, we appreciate you all for rolling with us and sticking with us on Get 'em to the Metaverse. Look, you know we always have something else to talk about, so make sure you tune in next time for another episode of Get 'em to the Metaverse. Any parting words, JDun?
Absolutely. I'm going to answer Mr. Know that GTA coming out next year. Real Jane said, will Xbox Cloud have 2K on it? Please let me know. Listen, I believe cloud gaming is going to be crazy with Xbox in December coming for the Quest platform. And if 2K is a part of the cloud library, we're going to be able to do it. So that's going to be crazy to play that inside your headset. And I'm challenging everybody to some game when that come out. I don't know what it's going to be. But y'all, thank y'all for tuning in once again to Get them to the Metaverse. It's absolutely our favorite time because we get to be with you guys. We got to go play esports and nerd out. Oh, we absolutely go nerd out, fam. You best believe.
Yes.
They say great show. We appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
We appreciate you. Appreciate the info. Thank y'all for what you do for the space. Hey, that means a lot. You know what that
Thank
means
you.
to us. We're so proud of y'all. What a journey. Yes, it's always a journey. And we got
It
more
has been.
journeys to go. Because we
Yes, we have a
getting
lot coming.
to the metaverse. Right?
Yes.
So until next time, we gonna see y'all on the next podcast. And help
Bye,
us
y'all.
continue to get people to the metaverse. Make sure you hit that like button before you leave.
Yes, hit the like
Make sure
button
you
and
share it with some
subscribe.
friends.
Share this with somebody.
And get that ham sandwich on us. When I
Bye,
say on
y'all.
us, I don't mean we paying for it. I just mean go get your ham sandwich. All right, peace.